Welcome back to the World Climbing Club and day 2 of Chamonix. Behind me, the athletes are observing the semi-final routes, and on today's show we've got highlights from the semi-finals and finals, interviews and more. So let's get on with the action and find out how they got on. As always, we're looking to cut down the field of 26 men and women to just 8 finalists from each gender. Starting with the women, and France's Zelia Avazu will be guaranteed a PB. Lead finals tonight for her, her last best result being 12th. Mia Crampel had a nightmare with a missed clip in the middle of the wall. She went back and forth for a while, burning energy, but eventually managed to get it in and climbed a little higher for a desperate 7th place finish. Austria's Mattia Pozzi will climb in her 2nd finals in a row after Innsbruck. She seems to have gained some confidence and is on a run of form. Mei Kataki had to dig deep on a cross-through move. The Japanese athletes getting the same score as the other athletes, count back getting her 5th. Austria's Flora Oblasa had an incredible semi-finals. She climbed early in the round, setting a good high point of 38 that eventually left her in 4th. 3rd place went to Annie Sanders, who climbed her way into the head wall in another gutsy climb. In 2nd, and clearly in great lead shape, was Jessica Pilz. She stood up tall on the head wall before finally succumbing to pump and gravity. Taking the top spot and therefore climbing last tonight was Ai Mori. She almost reached the top, getting to the final hideous sloper, which proved too much even for her. On to the men, and Spain's Guillermo Franganillo, who is a true all-rounder, is in finals in 8th. He's one to watch for the future. Colin Duffy climbed a few moves more and got 35 plus. The US athlete creeping onto the head wall, but couldn't complete that sequence of moves. Next was Sascha Lehmann. His recent Olympic qualifier finish giving him a boost, and he's looking great on the wall. Same score as Colin, but again, count back, making him 6th. High on the head wall was Shion Omata from Japan. He was looking in total control until a final body tension heavy sequence sent him back to the ground. Shion was part of 3 athletes who got to hold 40 plus. It was a hard sequence and block crimps didn't make things easier. Sam Avazu will join his sister in the finals. 40 plus for him and continuing to impress. Adam Ondra is always a star in Chamonix, and he can now relax and enjoy the finals. The Czech climber safely through to fight again. Alberto Gines Lopez managed to do a little better, latching that blocked crimp and climbing himself into 2nd place. Last up and unstoppable was Great Britain's Toby Roberts. He loves hard, crimpy moves, so enjoyed that head wall. He's been building up to the Olympics since Laval, and he'll have the best chance for a podium place, climbing last in Chamonix.
So my name is Benoît Bellier. I'm the general manager for EP climbing. So when IFSC was created back in 2007, immediately we were in partner with them to help climbing as a professional sport to grow, and we kept this partnership. So we worked together on developing some some new walls for competitions, and of course there is a visibility and a financial partnership. Titan wall, becomes a very famous wall today. Basically, it's a boulder, a 20-meter boulder that is used for some of the top competitions, including the Paris Olympics, but also the Bern World Championship, recently the Pan Am Games. And it is a boulder that offers pretty much all the different possibilities for route setters. Over the 20 meters. We designed it with some of the best route setters, with the support of our FSC, and I have to say it's a nice success. Climbers love it, route setters love it too, so it's a great achievement. And for the first time, it's a wall that is what we call a standard wall. The same wall has been used several times, which is quite unique, because before that, every competition has a new wall and a new profile, which makes sometimes a little bit of a challenge for route setters, because they discover the walls and then they have to create the routes. With Titan, those who have been setting on the Titan, they know it, they know the profile, they know the angles, and when they see some holes, some of them told me that they immediately think about what they could do and what kind of route, so that increase the imagination, in fact, and not decreasing it as they thought initially. So the lead wall in Paris is very unique. This one has been designed specifically for this event. Usually a lead wall for competition has like 3 sections. We made it 4 for Paris to help also for the scoring system. And the angles, we didn't use like straight lines, horizontal lines to break the angles, but so it would be quite different, quite unique. From what we heard after they discovered the wall and during the test events, it offers so many possibilities that they are quite satisfied. Yeah, legacy is a big part, of course, for this type of event, because we're on a temporary structure. So the walls are available for future projects, and 2 of them already are not signed but about to be signed, for the boulder or for one of the speed wall, and we're still open for opportunities to reuse the lead wall and the second speed wall. For us, it's important. Maybe we can help a country with a new federation to start with immediately the top equipment. So there's still possibilities, and we look forward to discuss any of them.
This is Nika Potapova, class athlete, amazing commentator, and she's in the box with me tonight. And we had a look at the route, and for the men, there's a move, apparently, where the athlete rotates and faces the audience. So I've always wanted to know this. As an athlete, when you have a move where you face the audience, what's that like? Because suddenly you've got thousands of people staring at you.
Yeah, I guess when you're turning to the crowd, you're not really thinking. At least I would not think about the crowd, because I would try to keep my focus on. And then I can also imagine that someone would just like play with the audience and just like, I don't know, wave or like try to wave or smile, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay, because for me, it's like, I'm a bit of a show-off, okay, so I'd like to face the crowd. But as an athlete, I'd imagine it would take you out of the focus, because, you know, you're facing the wall, it's all good, and then suddenly you've got thousands of people staring at you. Have you ever been in that position before, where you've turned and had a bit of a heartbeat moment?
Yeah, definitely. It's also pretty much the same when you're walking to the route. It's pretty much the same feeling. When I look to the crowd, I just try to not think or not, being emotional, because otherwise I would start panicking. So I don't want that on the route. So I just try to not look at all and being focused. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Nika. As you guys know, just because the setters said it will happen doesn't mean it will. So let's find out if the athletes do face the crowd as we do the finals highlights. Thousands of people filled the Place du Mont Blanc to witness some of the strongest athletes in the world strut their stuff. We saw lots of action on the head wall as they climbed deep into the route. Let's start with the women. The climb featured a difficult wrestle with a volume in the middle, where we saw a variety of different methods used. The time was always ticking though, and those who struggled came close to timing out near the top. In 8th place was Mia Krampel, who reached hold 41 plus before falling in the tightly contested women's final. Annie Sanders got to the same hold, countback pushing her up to 7th. Climbing a bit further was Mattia Pozzi, her second finals in a row and looking comfortable on the biggest of stages. Her teammate Flora Oblasa was super impressive in her first ever finals and got to the same hold, but 5th due to countback. Zelia Avizu and May Kataki both reached hole 44 plus, just below the top, and countback deciding that Zelia was 4th and May into the podium in 3rd. All eyes were on the last two athletes, Jessica Piltz and Ai Mori. The crowd held their breath as Jessie climbed through the head wall and made the final launch for the last hold, clipping the quick draw for a top. Pressure on Ai Mori then, who needed to top the route to win.
She walks on, framed in the lights. But we know this is the time-consuming move, and this is a big swing for Ai. She's kind of stuck right now swinging, but no, she gets the foot on well. And now drops in underneath. One of her closest rivals in lead is definitely Janja Garnbret. I wonder if Janja's watching somewhere in the world right now, sort of analysing this.
We'll see. I can just say her hi. Hello. Well, we'll see if she will respond me or not.
So Ai gets that right foot up and now presses against the wall, face against it. I think she's having fun up there, you know. It's looking very relaxed. So Ai on the block crimps now. She's got to get high on this side pull. Accurate, but this next move is the dodgy one. Chalks up, reaches, cruising at the moment. Reverses the grip.
Yeah, if he moves from the top, walk.
Ai a couple of moves away now. Hits the last jib, resets.
She needs the top to being first.
Yes, she does. She wants to do it statically.
Whoa.
She's going to have to jump. She just holds the swing. Oh, nearly drops it there. Can
Just
she get
leap.
a quick draw?
Yes. She got another win.
Well, Ai will wave to the crowd. She does take the gold. She was denied in Innsbruck. She'll get it here. And the crowd loving that moment.
On to the men. And that move we discussed earlier with Nika proved to be an exciting one. The athletes turning to face the crowd and take in the atmosphere. No one fell here, but it was a dramatic start to the route. Guillermo Franjanillo took 8th, a foot slip after a tricky pocket boulder move sending him down. Cheered on as ever by the crowd, Sasha Lehmann reached 36 plus. Perhaps disappointed not to go a little higher, but a strong showing. Adam Ondra was looking good on the head wall, but slightly misjudged the distance on a move to the right and fell for 6th. Both Shion Omata and Alberto Hines Lopez reached hold 38 plus, almost at the top. Shion was 5th, and for a while Alberto was on the podium, but a score review eventually left him in 4th. After his top in semi-finals, Toby Roberts had to dig deep again, and after the review he found himself on the podium in 3rd with 39. So top 2, and Sam Avizu had a determined look in his eye and his home crowd behind him as he climbed to 41 plus for a silver medal. So our men's winner in Chamonix was Colin Duffy, who returns to the top spot of the podium with an impressive climb.
Right, he's in. He's committed to this move. He looks to the left, starts the swing.
Whoa.
Easy stuff.
Yeah. 33.
33 into the crimps. This is great from Colin, deep on the head wall. But the feet kind of run out here.
Yeah.
Those black
Whoa.
circles on the wall protect the bolts. You can't stand on those where you can, but there's no texture. Colin holds the swing.
If he moves from the top, actually. Oh, isn't it a jump on the top? I guess.
Yeah, it is. It's a good hold. You
Whoa.
can see when Colin misses it on the jump. I think he might have just slightly rushed that jump.
Yeah. And the Colin Duffy is getting a win.
Colin takes gold. Great to see Colin back at the top spot.
As you can see, I am bathed in blue light because it is the end of the competition. The crowd, though, they're still here watching, and what a competition it was. Heroics up there on the lead wall. Make sure you join us in Briançon in just a couple of days for the next World Cup of the season. And thank you so much for watching and, of course, subscribing to the World Climbing Club.